happy Thursday. I hope everyone had a nice and relaxing Veterans Day yesterday on Wednesday. Hopefully, you guys thought about someone that either a family friend or family or just military personnel in general, because we have a lot to be thankful for them. But anyways, we're going to continue on with our Tinkercad avatar. So I left off doing the ear. So I gotta go do the other side of the ear too. So we are this skin tone right now, so let's make the ear the same skin tone. All right, so that looks good. Let's copy that over, Control C, or remember that button. We'll make another one. You press Control V to paste it. So what height was this at? This was at 46. Let's make this up to 46 also. Alrighty, and then we're going to just move it down. And we got to rotate it because obviously the ear doesn't go inside of the person. So a whole 180-degree turn. Cool. You just need to get it right next to the face. There you go. There you go. So now it looks symmetrical. There's also an option you can do to do this with the mirror function. If I clicked on this, I'll go along on a different video on how to use the mirror option, but that could have been a little easier if I had wanted it. So 46, let's move that a tiny bit. All right. Maybe in a tiny bit too. Let's go in. So those ears isn't sticking out as much. Sure, let's go with that. All right, so next I'm going to do his goatee. Alrighty, so let's do just a triangle. Or pyramid will work. All right, so we got to obviously rotate that because it's not going to be going into him. So 180 degrees. Obviously going to make this a lot smaller. Obviously, because you don't want his goatee to be the size of his head, right? That made his hair black. All right. So let's raise that up and let's move that over. Let's go forward a bit. Raise it up a bit. Ready. Move a tiny bit over. All right, cool. So now let's rotate it a little bit so it's sticking out. Like in my drawing, it's kind of sticking out of his face, right? Not just coming straight down. So let's go and rotate that. Why does it keep snapping? It's annoying. Let's put in 45 degrees. So I need to do the opposite of 45 degrees. So do negative 45. Another negative 45. 0. Do a reset to that. There you go. Alrighty, so that kind of looks good. Looks a little soul patch with a little goatee, but it's sticking out below his neck. But I think that'll be okay because when I add in his neck, it'll cover it up. Alright, so next what I'm going to do is work on his hair. Alright, so let's make a box. And what are the dimensions of his head right now? So 20 by 20. So it's also a 20 by 20. So let's just make it thinner and raise it up and make it black. And obviously need to raise it up a bit more. If I look from the straight on top, I should be able to match it pretty easily. All right. So tomorrow I'll go ahead and add his side of his hair there. All right, guys, have a great day.
So today I'm gonna make nachos. We had tacos for dinner, but I had extra. So all I'm gonna do is take these taco shells, break them up. Okay. So they're like chips. And I also have some Tostitos I can put in here as well. And basically all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the leftover hamburger and some cheese on the shells and put them in the oven, and then it'll all melt and it'll be like nachos. So these are all extra taco shells I had, okay? And then I'm gonna put these Tostitos, fix those in there. Okay. I'm gonna take some hamburger. And nachos can have whatever you want on them. They can have cheese, hamburger, they can have hot peppers. Some people like them really spicy. So this is just some extra hamburger that I have that I'm putting on. Okay. And then I'm going to take some cheese. Make sure the hamburger's cooked. You don't want to put it on raw. And I'm going to take some cheese and I'll put some cheese on it. Okay. And now I'm going to put it in the oven for about 10 minutes at 350. And it will cook and melt the cheese. So everything will like stick together like a big plate of nachos should. So it's nice and cheesy and gooey. Okay, so this has been 10 minutes, and notice how they came out nice and gooey and chewy, like that, okay? And then you can add tomatoes if you'd like, or more cheese if you wanted. I wouldn't put the tomatoes on it. I guess you could put tomatoes on it and put it in the oven and probably be fine. But you could add them on afterwards too, or sour cream. And then if you, let's say you had some left over, or you only wanted some of it and you wanted to save it, you can just cover it up, put it in the fridge, and then take it out later and reheat it in the oven. You could also take some and put it on a plate and reheat it in the microwave too. You just have to be careful if you make a mess that you clean it up. All right, but just some nachos for like a snack after school, or if you're watching a football game or a basketball game, or if you just want a snack before dinner but you don't want something big. And you can make them pretty much any way you want. All right, you can put anything you want on it, even if you want to put a little bit of sriracha stuff on that's really hot, spicy. You could do that. Okay, till next time. I'm back. I decided to add some tomato to the nachos. Now they've already cooked, so I don't need to cook the tomato. I'm just cutting it up, and I'm just going to add it to the top. Okay, just as a little bit of a extra. I'm doing this with one hand because I'm videotaping with the other. So, see, I'm just putting a little bit on there. You don't have to add tomatoes, but they kind of make a nice little touch. And the hot and the cold go together nicely. The hot cheese with the cold tomato. Because I looked in the fridge and I found a tomato and I said, why don't I use this tomato up? No one's gonna use it. So there you go. Now if you wanted, you could put cheese on the tomato and then you could put it back in the oven. Or you could just leave it like that and mix it all in when you go to eat it. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, you can pretty much add any vegetable you wanted. So until next time.
Hey, Gators. So, Today, we are going to talk about script writing. We have come up with our brainstormed ideas. We have thought about what we're going to put into our video. Now we have to come up with the words that we're going to use, okay? So if you remember from my brainstorming, I said I was going to focus on just wearing a mask, okay? You could choose from any of those three, but I thought wearing a mask was going to be my most powerful message, all right? And I have my mask right here, okay, as my visual. This is going to be my visual representation. All right, but a visual is not quite enough. I need to come up with my words, what I'm going to say. Okay, so I'm going to try this script. In these troubling times, it's easy just to be kind. People need the kindness. So don't make the mask, wear a mask. And of course, I didn't get it on smoothly, but I wanted to have my hands prepped so I could get the mask on first try, okay? So like my catchphrase, don't make the mask, just wear a mask, right? Wearing a mask is actually being kind, right? You're helping somebody else by putting that mask on. And that's the message that I want to be sending to everybody, all right? That's part of my public service announcement, is that being kind, wearing a mask is protecting those around you and yourself. So, what I want you to do today is I want you to come up with your script. What are you going to say in your video, and how are you going to show that? So really practice it, right? Don't make the mask, wear a mask. So even I need to get better at that because I have a hard time getting it on fast enough. So I'm going to keep trying different ways. I think this way might work better. So, don't make the mask, wear a mask. All right, so that was smoother. That was better. All right. So again, this gives me time to practice my words, and it also gives me the ability to practice my visuals. So that's what I want to see. I want to see you practicing your words, coming up with that script, what you're going to say, and practice your visual, whatever it may be. All right. And Friday, we're going to be filming. So let's get ready. Can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Great job, Gators.
Hi guys, we're still working on our still life arrangement of metallic objects. So last time, hopefully you were able to make a nice sketch, just a loose drawing of your at least 5 objects, or 4, I think I said. 4 is good too. Just make sure they're metallic objects because we're going to use the value scale and create different light and dark values to give the illusion of a metallic object. So if you remember, a couple days ago we started with just a practice drawing of one item that was metallic. So we're going to continue with that, but now we have our drawing of a few different objects. And I hope you created a nice composition. Just means how you fill the space in an interesting way. So I'm going to start in, and I have my value scale handy, and I also am going to be making observations and looking at my metallic objects to help me as well. I'm going to start with my large fork. Now this fork has an area that's plastic, so I'm going to just leave that alone for now and just focus on my silvery, sparkly, shiny metallic areas. So I'm going to start with this fork, and I'm just going to come down like this. I see dark here, dark here, dark there. This is lighter, and I'm going to kind of add a little more detail as well. I didn't really draw these little prongs of the fork last time. I just quickly made a little line, but now I want to kind of zoom in and give it a little more detail. I think like that is good. Okay, so I see these as a lighter value. The little prong, the pointiest part of the fork there, looks white to me. And then I see a very dark area here, almost going straight across. This is very dark. So I'm just going to shade it in, and you can use a pencil. Pencil's perfect for this project because we're just making black, keeping some white areas, and using our pencil to draw lighter gray areas also. So I see that dark area, and then I see a little bit of a not quite as dark value next to that blacker, darker value, like this. And then I see a very light area that I'm just going to leave white of the paper. We don't have to add anything white because the paper's white. And then there's so many reflections in there. Keep that a little darker. There's something very dark happening over here. So I think what makes it look metallic is like the contrast that you create with dark areas, darker value areas against lighter value areas. That helps to create the illusion of a metallic look. So here it's a little lighter along this edge, but I see kind of a middle value of gray there. And I'm going to stop right about here because I think that's where my metallic material ends and the plastic begins. Just going to go like that. And I also see a very light area here. I'm just going to erase some. So I'm always making observations. I'm going back up and looking at my fork often to make sure I am making all the right areas the value that they should be. Let's see. Let me go down here. Kind of goes like that a little bit. I'm just going to leave that alone for now. Okay, so I'm done with one. I might come back to that afterwards, but for now I'm just going to be finished. I'm going to work on the spoon that's directly behind it. I immediately see this darker value here, but then it kind of changes over here because the light's hitting the spoon differently over here. Dark there, and a little dark down here, a little dark up here, and I'm going to leave that a lighter value right there. Then on my little loop thing down here, some detail that I like. Oops, I think there's one more. There's 4 of those little loops there. I'm going to create a little darker value along here and then leave this white. So just keep making observations, look at your metallic objects, that's what's going to help you the most, and just think about how you can create light areas, just leaving it white, create dark areas by pressing down with your pencil to create a darker value, and you'll be able to come up with a nice drawing, I'm sure. So I see something coming down like this. There's a lighter area here. There's that weird thing happening with light coming down this way. This is a little bit darker. This. That. I see something dark over here. Oops. I erased one of my little reflective areas. All right, well, I'm going to stop right there, let you guys get started. So make sure you have a few different objects and not just one this time, because you're going to make an arrangement with them. And go ahead, and you should have drawn it already. And now we're adding all these nice values. Can't wait to see your artwork, guys. We'll finish it up next time. Bye.
Hey guys, I'm Miss Sreedy. Welcome to Virtual PE. Alright, today we're going to work on 2 specific muscles. We're going to work on our bicep and we're going to work on our tricep today. We're going to do 45 seconds of each exercise and we have a total of 6. So 3 for the bicep and 3 for the tricep. You need 2 types of weights. Whether it's actual weights, whether it's books, shampoo, conditioner, any kind of bottled liquid or canned good. Go get them now. You definitely need both of them, and make sure they're the same weight. So if you're adding water to your water jugs, make sure they look like they're about the same level, okay? So I'm going to go over our activities that we're going to do first, and our first one is going to be a wide curl. All right, these first 3 activities are for your biceps. So you're going to hold your arms out wide, palm facing away, and you're going to fully extend, curl it up to your shoulders or to your chest area, and extend up and down. Then we're going to move into, after the first 45 seconds, we're going to do what's called a hammer curl. So you're going to turn your wrist over, and so your thumbs are pointing up, okay, and you're just going to do a hammer, like you're knocking on a nail, okay? So we're going to do that for the 45 seconds. And then our last one is reverse curl. So you're going to turn your palms facing down, okay, and your back of your hands facing up, and you're just going to, again, curl it up for 45 seconds. Then the next 3 is going to be working our tricep, which is the muscle on the back of your arm, okay, and we're going to do overhead tricep press, where we extend our arms straight up. Again, the concept is make sure you keep your elbows in position and nice and tight and close to your body as much as you can. Then we'll go into, after that 45 seconds, we'll go into what's called kickbacks. You want to make sure your elbows are up high or possibly higher than your back, and you're kicking them back both at the same time. The elbows stay in position, okay, and just kick out and up. Then the last one, you can drop your weights, and we're going to do wall extensions, tricep extensions. So I'm going to demonstrate it here on this wall. Sorry if it's a little noisy, it's the air conditioner here. All right, and you're going to put your arms flat to your elbows and hands flat, and you're going to push up and away from the wall. Okay, and then you're going to extend back down. You should be rocking back and forth only on your balls of your feet or on your toes. Shouldn't be on the back of your heels. You shouldn't be straight up and even with the wall. Make sure you're about a foot or arm length away, maybe an arm length and a half. Okay, and again, you're going to start by resting the elbows and the forearm on, and you're just going to push it away. The goal is to keep the elbows close to the body or in straight line position and pushing away from the wall. And those are our 6 activities for today's workout. All right, so let's get to it, guys.
Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a nice restful day yesterday. Okay, so today with me, we're going to do another 2-minute cardio like we did the other day, but we're going to do a couple different movements. Okay, I'm going to show you the movements, then we'll get into the workout. Okay. First, we're going to start off with jogging in place for 20 seconds, okay? After that, we're going to be doing some jump ropes, okay? And we'll jog in place, then we're going to be doing what's called a split squat, okay? Each leg, okay? Then we'll jog in place, then we're going to turn, and we're just going to do some butt kicks, okay? So, go get ready, okay? I'll give you a second, we'll get on with the workout.
wide curl. Hammer curl. Reverse curl. Tricep extensions. Tricep wall extension. Wide curl. Hammer curl. Reverse curl. Tricep extension. Tricep wall extension.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of Enrichment TV, Gators.